What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. If you guys are new here, my name is Chris, and this video is going to be all about the Fujifilm GFX100S II. Now, if you guys are new here, let me know what you think of the little setup here, and if you guys are subscribers, you'll know that this is new, but I got a couch for my office, and it's kind of working as like a little vibe place for me to just sit down and record. And of course, as soon as I start filming, there's a train that comes by. The joys of living downtown. But I'm gonna push through it. Now, I do wanna talk about this camera and everything about it because this is such a beautiful piece of gear. But I also wanna talk about dream cameras, and I feel like everyone is specifically going after their dream camera, right? They feel like they need these expensive cameras to go out there and create art. And now that this is my first actual professional camera that I've used, I'm currently shooting on the Sony a6700. Before that, I had the Sony a7C. Both of these are really great cameras. Both of these can do really professional things, but like on a piece of paper, this is the most professional camera I've ever used. It's made me just rethink things, but before we get into that, let me just kind of talk about this camera, the things I love and the things I don't like real quick. If you don't know anything about this camera, it is $6,000, which is absurd. And it shoots 102 megapixel photos, which is insane. I'm used to shooting at 26, and what you can do with 102 megapixels is absurd. The crop factor that you get is insane. There's no loss of quality, and it blows my mind every single time I take a photo with this thing, because if I miss where I'm shooting just a little bit, it doesn't matter because I can just crop in, and it's been really enjoyable when I'm going through and editing these photos. The other thing I really like about this camera that I haven't had in a while is the build quality. The build quality of this thing, when you pick it up, it feels like an expensive camera because it is an expensive camera. Now, I haven't really gotten to experience this camera the way it should be. I wish I could have this camera for like a couple months and really get to know it. The problem with only having a camera for a week is that I only use it the way that I need it to for the different types of shoots that I'm doing. And I'd love to actually dial in some film recipes and really make this thing mine, but I'm just excited that I was able to have it for a week. The thing I really truly enjoyed about this camera that I feel like I haven't felt in a camera in a long time is the confidence that I feel when I'm holding this thing and I'm shooting. No matter where I point this, I feel confident that I can make a beautiful image with this. And sometimes when I'm shooting with my Sony a6700 or my Fuji X-E1, I don't feel that way because I feel like I have to nail it perfectly. And something like this, I feel like there's wiggle room for those accidents that can occur when you're shooting. But that's neither here or there. I think the main thing that I want to talk about is dream camera. Because I said this is my dream camera. You know, having a expensive camera, a $6,000 camera, 102 megapixels is just like, it's like, this is everything that I need. Like if I could only shoot on this for the rest of my life, I would be so happy. The thing I noticed when I started shooting with this camera is that it's just a camera. Now it can do crazy things and it can make me feel a certain type of way. But at the end of the day, it's not going to improve me as a photographer unless I am improving myself. And what this does do is it gets me excited to go out and shoot. So I've been going out and shooting more, and that helps me improve. But I think a lot of people online specifically are going after their dream cameras because they think it's gonna get them the result of what someone else has. You know, I feel like there's a big move right now of every 16-year-old wants a Sony FX3. The only way that they can make cinematic vlogs is a Sony FX3, and they're going out and spending $3,000, $2,000 on a lens, and then they just produce average content. And I think what I've been able to do throughout the past couple of years is grow with the cameras that have, feel confident with the cameras that I use, and when I'm able to pick up a $6,000 camera, I'm able to make beautiful images because I'm confident in myself as a photographer. And I'm really happy that I've gone through the trials and the different cameras that I've had. And then when I'm able to pick this thing up, I'm like, all right, cool. What can I make that is cool? What type of story can I create? What type of shoots can I go out on? And that has been a breath of fresh air for me too. So with all that being said, I think if you are looking for your dream camera, or if you're looking at the Fujifilm GFX100S II because you just feel like you need it, I feel like this camera is so overkill for what I'm doing. I'm just creating street photos. I am documenting my life. I am doing small shoots and trying to become more of a full-time photographer and getting paid for it. For posting on socials and everything, like this thing's more of a pain in the ass than it is being not a pain in the ass. The 102 megapixel files make my computer so slow. It takes me 10 times longer, but the images that you get out of this are just so much more beautiful. But I think it's just because I know what I'm shooting, I know what I want, and then this just adds a little bit of spice to the photo, if that makes sense. This camera's cool. It's really great. I love everything about it. I wish I could keep it for longer than what I have it, but I'm also happy to be giving it back because I feel like with using this camera, it's allowed me to just grow a little bit more. And when I'm shooting with my Sony a6700 or my Fuji X-E1 or whatever camera I end up getting down the line, which this would be a dream camera to actually own, I'm just gonna feel more confident. And that's why I always say yes when impulse hits me up and say, hey Chris, do you want to try this? I'm like, yes, because it's going to inspire me to go out and shoot more. It's going to give me a different perspective than what I would be used to, but it's also going to make me appreciate the things that I have a little bit more, because at the end of the day, it's just a camera. And I think a lot of people need to remember that when they're creating content, specifically in this camera niche, whether you're vlogging, taking photos, making cinematic vlogs, you are what makes your work cool, not the camera. But if you can flip $6,000, like there's nothing wrong with this camera. Nothing wrong. Like I said, I wish I could keep this thing because it inspires me and I love it. Even though the file sizes are so big, but that's what you get with 102. And I know I could turn it down. I know I could turn it down. Someone in the comments is gonna say that. But yeah, that's my quick thoughts. I really want to do a deeper video on dream cameras and gear. But for now, I have a lot of things that I need to do. I have to go edit a lot of short form content. If you guys haven't been following me on TikTok and Instagram, you should be. That's where I'm uploading the most. I'm gonna try to make more videos like this where I'm sitting and talking to the camera, talking about photography gear, life, and just other thoughts that come into me, and take a little bit of complications out of creating content and just make it simpler. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys like this little setup. I need to make it a little bit nicer, just a little bit. But it's Friday. I hope you guys enjoy your night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.